G'day and welcome. All right, update of what I'm going to be doing with my motorcycle. This is my second motorcycle season back on the road after 20 years. It is April 20th. I don't know when you're going to see this video. I have a whole bunch of footage from last year that I'm going to be pulling. I've been pulling it out all even they're having a hard enough time with the car going through the mud, and I went through with the motorcycle. They must think I'm nuts. Well, they know I'm nuts. But anyway, as I was saying, I've got a whole bunch of footage from last year that I'm just kind of, it's basically just this bike riding around. There's no, I don't have my GoPro adapter yet, mic adapter, so I can't moto vlog quite yet, but that should be coming down the pike really soon. I got my income tax back, so I'm going to put it towards a few things that I have to do, but that's one of them. It's like, it's a $60 mic adapter that you have to, like, nobody carries in stock, so you have to, order it online and go through all that stuff. But the goal is pretty simple, is all that old footage. So if you see, like, the snowbanks, me riding between the snowbanks, and then you see, green leaves on the trees, some of the stuff is from last year. But it's just, I want to put it out there because it allows you to see the countryside that I live in. And for some of you might be interested, some of you might not, but for those who are, this it just shows you some of the nice roads around here. The nice, how do I put this? We've got great scenery, cool twisties, but lousy pavement. It's kind of like the only difference is you got like this kind of mess to ride in, or you just got potholes to dodge. So I don't. It's always a rough ride, but the highways are beautiful, and it shows you the landscape and everything. So I'm going to keep pulling that stuff out. I still got like about another 60, 70 videos from last year. Sorry it took so long to get all that stuff out, but it's mostly just going to be the bike riding around. However, I have a lot of missions this year. I have a very tight budget. You guys know how hard it is as a YouTuber these days. So a very tight budget, and that means I probably won't be doing as many road trips as I would like, but there will be some pretty cool stuff coming down the pike. If you guys are a fan of the Abro Arrow, go by. If you guys are a fan of the Abro Arrow, I'm going to make a trip to the Aviation Museum. So that'll be one of the road trips. The first road trip is obviously to go insure the bike for May 1st, so it's not parked. Because if I let the plate expire, what happens here in Quebec is you have to get a safety again. So I don't want to have to do that. That's an extra $100 some odd. So yeah, hopefully that'll be done by next week. Other trips, yes, Highway 315, and I'm going to hit that one. Highway 366, I'll probably retackle that one again. The 148, I'll be hitting that one. I got lots of stuff. I'll probably do the Champlain Lookout again. Whatever, I'll probably do all over the place. But I got a few things. I'm going to try to hit some bike rallies this year, again on a tight budget. You got to do everything on a shoestring budget, but bike rallies, there's motorcycle meetups in Ottawa. I'll probably see if I can get some of that. If there's some bike shows, anything like that, I'm going to try to get a few of them in this year anyway. That's the goal. Next to that, hopefully I'll get the blogger set up, or vlogger, moto vlogger set up pretty soon. Again, I need a mic, and I need the mic adapter for my GoPro 5. And yeah, that's about it. A track day I don't think is going to happen. I don't want to even speculate that that's going to happen because, again, I don't have the budget for it. But it's too bad because I am surrounded by racing tracks all over the place. There's Calabogie, the largest racing track in Canada, is only an hour and a half from here. Shannonville's, that's on the far side of Toronto, or near Toronto, so that one's a little bit further out for me. But yeah, it's there. It's yeah, things like that. If I can make a go of it, yeah, sure, I'd definitely love to do a track day with this bike. But this bike is almost too pretty to risk ditching it on a track. So who knows? If I did a track day, I'd probably just, you probably wouldn't be able to use your own bike right away anyway. You'd have to use one of theirs, which I'd rather ditch one of their bikes than mine. Next to that, yeah, the rest is just going to be me riding around and doing the goofy little things that I do. So hope you guys enjoy it. The TT600 is a wonderful bike. So far it's been treating me well. It's still early in the season. I put 6,000 kilometers on it last year. Hopefully I can do 5 times that this year, to 10 times that. That would be more my usual. Usually well, when I used to ride about 20 years ago, well, I guess more than that now, an average season was about 25,000 miles a year. So I don't know if I'll get that much. Again, it depends on this thing. It's not a pig. It gets about 30, 34 miles to the gallon, depending on how you ride. So I get between, before reserve, usually about 250, 260, 250 if I'm having too much fun. 260 is about what I get. The best I've ever got was 284 out of a tank before reserve. But that was like really, really eco driving, we'll say. Just to see what it gets. So average, you get about 150 miles to 180 miles max of the bike. But we'll say you budget for like 250, 240, 250. Usually the fuel light's going to come on. I've only had it come on at 230 once. But that was, well, we won't talk about what I did. It sucked up a lot of fuel. But yeah, if you ride it sensibly, it's not that bad. It is a sport bike. So anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. And yeah, so the first mission should be this week coming, and that will be basically getting the bike reinsured. Then maybe after that, obviously most of the missions are going to be mid-May on, when it gets a lot nicer. Right now, this is the time of year where, you know, you head out, it's sunny, and half an hour out you're in a snowstorm. So you gotta kind of keep it close to home for the first month or so. Really watch the weather. You know, you never know what you're going to get. So anyway, I will be doing maintenance stuff on the bike pretty soon. I'll show you guys that when I do. And obviously, although I already did my first run, I didn't put it on the GoPro. I know I should have, but I'll do that tomorrow. And providing the weather's nice enough to do it again. And then you can see a motorcycle riding through the snowbanks, or past the snowbanks. So that's kind of a different thing. But there's already other people out there, so it's just like I'm not the first one out. So yeah. All right. So anyway, there we go. So have yourselves a great day. Eh?